kings of this earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder, cast away their cords from us. He that sitteth in heaven shall laugh.
Hallelujah.
The Lord is going to laugh and say, the Lord shall have them in derision. The heathen occurs in our scriptures 150 times. 145 verses in the King James Version. The heathen, from which the Jews were forbidden to associate with in any way. It also says there is a time that the church-going person and people would respect you and would not do and say things about us or against us. We are called hypocrites. We're thought of as jokes. And there used to be a time where they just say, that's a church person. Be quiet. Don't say anything. You know, excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, sir. But now we're looking and we're seeing these people doing all the things that we have never thought we'd ever see or hear of in our lifetime. And they have a time where they would be with just none of this in the world of Christians is about what has happened in the days of old. Habakkuk had a complaint.
Yes.
And he was a prophet of God. He had a complaint. He said, how long, O Lord, must I call for help?
Yes.
But you do not listen. Violence is everywhere. We're seeing violence everywhere. Just took my grandson downstairs. The police is right there by the door.
My God.
You know, people cussing and fussing about a game even. People have been stabbed to death because they was angry because their team didn't win.
Yes.
People were hurting children because they think that they can't have the mama, so they may as well get the child. We are seeing and hearing these things in the earth. But the Lord said to him, he says, must I see these evil doers? This is what Habakkuk says. Why must I watch this misery? This is from the NIV version. Where I look and see destruction and violence, and I'm surrounded by people who live to argue and fight. That sounds so familiar, doesn't it?
Yes, Lord.
It sounds familiar right now, today, just right here. When I hear the arguments outside, and when I heard the man that was stabbed to death in August, I heard him, I turned down my TV. I tried to listen. I tried to find out what's going on, not because I was nosy. It was because I heard something in distress, someone in distress.
That's right.
And then I wake up the next morning and I hear on the news, a man was shot to death in Euclid Beach Villa Apartments.
That close to home.
I just shook my head. I go outside, still not thinking about what had really happened.
The seriousness.
And I see the tape, crime tape. I guess they took this man so fast that they left their whole spool right there by the door at the community room. Just to find out that these people were arguing about some dope.
My God.
The man that stabbed him to death, the reason why they thought he was shot to death, because this man was banging on doors, each door on the 5th floor, hard as he could, asking people for help, and no one opened their doors.
That's right.
Oh
I
my
can
God.
understand being afraid.
Yes.
My God.
I can understand not knowing whether or not a person is going to come into your door. We have people that have had their doors kicked in here for dope. How do we live amongst these type of people every single day?
Yeah.
We are Christians. We're holy.
Yes, Lord.
But
Should
somehow
be.
we're considered jokes.